Since about the 1960s, in some highly religious societies, there have been a series of political conflicts tied to moral disagreements. Some observers, like sociologists James Davison Hunter, have called these culture wars. In countries like the US, Brazil, India, and Poland, liberal and conservative beliefs about issues like gender and sexuality, immigration policies, and the status of minority religious groups have clashed. At times, the ferocity of these debates has led to doubts about whether democracy can even be sustained as a form of government. I believe that moral psychology can aid theologians in making sense of these disputes. While theologians have drawn on disciplines like history and sociology, in making sense of these culture wars, psychologists have offered a set of perspectives that may further clarify this topic. I draw on three approaches from moral psychology that attempt to do so. Moral foundations theory, mainly associated with psychologist Jonathan Haidt, the theory of dyadic morality, developed largely by psychologist Kurt Gray, and the cultural developmental approach introduced by psychologist Lene Arnett Jensen. Each of these approaches to moral psychology offers an explanation of why such fierce disputes about morality have emerged in modern societies. There are three main subdisciplines in theology that I believe can benefit from these approaches in moral psychology. First, public theology is an attempt by theologians to engage in responsible dialogue about societies as a whole, mediating between various religious and cultural perspectives. Second, theological ethics often engages in issues related to culture wars at the level of making claims about what is good and just. And third, political theology deals with topics such as political order and justice in public life. Each of these theological subdisciplines can potentially be assisted through interaction with the three approaches to moral psychology that I have mentioned. I find that moral psychology offers substantial insights into how and why people disagree about moral issues. It would be unfortunate to keep doing theology related to public, ethical, and political topics without these insights. At the same time, we need to recognize that moral psychology will not resolve our deepest debates about moral life in modern societies. It can clarify how and why we disagree, but it will still be up to us to responsibly discern what is good and just and to act accordingly.